everyone, it's me, Carrie, and today I am so very excited because I'm doing my very first collaboration, and I am collaborating with my favorite YouTubers. Sherry over at LiveLoveLatte contacted myself and three other YouTubers, Nikki over at AtHomeWithNikki, Denise with BeMyGuestWithDenise, and Melanie at LivingLuxuriouslyForLess to put together a virtual progressive dinner. And what a progressive dinner is a dinner that starts at one host's home, and each host will host a separate part of the meals. I was responsible for the soup and salad portion of the progressive dinner. So let's get started and see how I planned for my guest. So in order to make the tomato soup shots, I go ahead and take my bottle and I take a funnel. I just put the funnel in here, and then I take my soup and I pour it into the bottle. So you want to make sure that you have a soup that is, not that thick so that it could actually go into the bottle, but not too soupy. And there you have it, and it's just as easy as that. So I'm going to fill up to that line. We're all set. We're going to close it up and affix our label to it, and we're going to be good to go. Okay, so I just printed off my label on a packaging or shipping label, cut it out, and so all I need to do is peel it. Sometimes these things get tricky. Okay. And then I'm going to just affix it to my jar or my bottle. So let me find that. Oops. And it's as easy as that. So here is the final outcome of my soup and salad bar. Let's get in close and see what we got. So as guests come downstairs into the basement, they will first head here at the beginning of the bar. And at the beginning of the bar, we have our beverage station, and right here we just have some refreshing cold water with lemon and lime sliced up in it. And then we have our glasses here, and on our glasses, you know how you have the glass identifiers? What I did was I thought it would be really fun to play a game, and on our glasses I just put different questions that we can play, and this will be our form of entertainment while we are, having and enjoying this part of our dinner. So for example, everyone would take a glass and they would read what's on their glass. And so this particular glass says, what is your favorite Very Carey tablescape? And you know, all of us would kind of go around and name what was the, you know, favorite tablescape that I did. So there are several other questions for all of the other ladies, and I will get into that later on in the video when we get to activities. But again, you would first stop at the beverage station, and then after you, you know, pick your drink up, these plates right here, these are absolutely wonderful plates. What you do is you can pick this up, and this little cutout here is for your wine glass so that you can basically, I'm trying to do this at the same time, take your wine glass and slip it in there. And it goes like that, so you're free to move about and put your snacks and put your, you know, your food and your appetizers, or in this case your soup and salad on your plate, and you have a free hand and you have your glass here, and you can just move right along, you know, the bar. So let's keep on going. Our next stop is the soup shots. So if I can zoom in right here, you can see the types of soup that we have are chilled asparagus and tomato basil. And right here is the tomato basil soup. And that's a hot soup. And then over here we have the chilled asparagus soup, which is a cold soup. And then in the center, since we're trying to make it look like a bar, what I did was take those old bottles that used to have sparkling lemonade in them and actually put in some more soup. So when you finish, if guests would like to have additional soup, they can just pour themselves a shot of soup. So you can have a soup shot. So let's see, this one's tomato basil. So we have extra tomato basil soup. And then, as you can see, we put our floral arrangement that we made. We made that out of leftover cucumber strips and the leftover ends of our asparagus, and we just stuck some flowers in a vase, and there you have it, a really organic centerpiece for your table. And then down here we have some fixings for our soup if you decide to make some more soup. We have the goat cheese crumbles, some croutons, and some Parmesan cheese. And moving right along, we get to our salad chasers. And basically, you know, that's just a pun off of, you know, drinking terms. You have your soup shot and your salad chasers. When you take a shot, you have a chaser to go behind the shot. So after you eat your soup or drink your soup, then you can go on or move on to your salad. And here are the different types of salad chasers that we have. So here is the setup. And we just, you know, made the cucumber cups, and you saw earlier how we put those together, and I think they came out wonderful. They look lovely, and they're filled with a Parmesan salmon dip or mousse. And then we have these wonderful Caesar salad cups, and we just kind of took shards of flatbread crackers and stuck those in there instead of putting the croutons in there. And then there's our pasta salad, and at the top some, you know, miniature bread baguettes. And over here we have the different dips that can go on the bread. We have an olive spread and a spicy hummus. And then right here, if guests would like to have a glass of wine with their soup and their salad, they're free to grab a glass of wine also in addition to the water. Now I would like to share a tip with you regarding progressive dinners. Each one of the hosts that is participating in this here collaboration has a particular tip that they would like to share. And my tip is, you know, how to keep hot food hot or cold food cold when you are, you know, hosting this type of an event. And basically, you should make items that can be done well in advance, and if it's cold, you can just put it in the refrigerator. So the only thing you have to do is sit it out right before guests come. And if it is something hot, you want to make sure that it can either go in a crock pot or put it in the oven on a warm temperature and already have it in its vessel that it's going to be served in, so you can just take it right out and put it on your table. The other tip that I would like to share is portion size. How do you determine how much to give or how big of a portion? And basically, when you're doing a progressive dinner, you are basically going to have 5 courses and 5 tastings. So you don't want to fill up too early on and not have enough room to enjoy all the other courses or have room for dessert. I know everyone loves dessert, and it also would be kind of rude for the last host who put in a lot of effort and time to put together their meals for no one to want to enjoy it because they're full from all the previous meals. So basically, a good gauge is to use like your miniature dishes, because then if you use miniature tasting dishes, you will then have a good understanding or a good reference as to how much you should give. So in this instance, each guest is able to have, a soup shot, which is about, I think those shot glasses hold about about 2 to 3, at most 2.5 ounces of liquid. And then you have the celery, and then you can also choose another soup shot, a cold one, which is another 2.5 ounces of liquid. And then you have a salad cup. This is easy to pick up. The entire thing is edible, so you can just pick it up, take a bite, and enjoy that. And that's fairly small. And then you also have your very miniature Caesar salad cups, and that would be it. That would be enough to hold you over to the next course. Now in here I do have a pasta salad. I wouldn't typically put this here if this was an actual true progressive dinner, because I do think guests would get full. But we put this here because we are actually going to be eating this for dinner tonight as a family, and we do need something filling for our body. So that's why I have the pasta salad there. But typically I would have just had 2 salads and 2 soups. Now remember that basket that I had when I was shopping my home? Well, what I did with that basket was kind of turn it into a temporary table. And I'm going to use this table for guests to discard their dirty dishes. And I just put a small sign here that says, "Place dirty dishes here." And Be My Guest with Denise is actually going to cover that tip, so I won't go into it, but I just wanted to show you where my guest would put their used utensils and used cups and stuff. Next up, activities. I made a game out of the glass identifiers for your glass, like the charm. I put a question for each lady at the end of the glass. And the way you play this game is each person will read the question on their glass and answer the question. So all of you subscribers and people that are watching and all of the hosts, be sure to go ahead and answer each one of these questions, because I think it'd be really fun and interactive to find out what everyone likes about each of the various hosts. My favorite Live Love Latte organizing video has to be all of her travel organization videos. I can't just pick one. My favorite, Be My Guest by Denise, living space is her media room and her fabulous family room. My favorite, Living Luxuriously for Less, fabulous find has to be her Godinger, I don't know if it's Godinger or Godinger, silver cake plate. And last but certainly not least, At Home with Nikki. My favorite At Home with Nikki video, hands down, is that fabulous craft room. In closing, I just want to thank Sherry for including me in this wonderful collaboration, and I want to say that all of you guys truly inspire me. After watching your videos, I have definitely become a better person, a better wife, and a better mom. So I am off to the next entree. See you guys later. Until the next video, I will keep calm and carry on.